Look at yourself and say, "I deserve it." The most transformative technique that ever existed. Can you face who you really are? In this video, you will learn about the most powerful technique to manifest a new emotional, financial, and energetic reality, the mirror. Here, you won't just repeat phrases, you'll feel their truth eye to eye. Learn to use the mirror as a tool for healing, self-worth, and reconnection. Turn 5 minutes a day into a ritual that can change your frequency and your life. Get ready to meet and never abandon yourself again. What you will see. Why the mirror is the most ignored key to manifestation. How looking at yourself truthfully unlocks deserving. Affirmations guided to prosperity, forgiveness, and self-esteem. The daily ritual of those who have learned to manifest from the inside out. You enter the bathroom. Close the door. The outside world is silent for a few minutes. Only you, only the mirror. And even if it seems like just an automatic ritual, brushing your teeth, straightening your hair, taking a quick look at the reflection, something happens every time your eyes meet the eyes on the other side. Most days, you avoid staring for too long, because what's there? He knows you too much. The mirror is the only place where you can't hide. He sees his anger disguised as strength, your guilt camouflaged as control, your fear disguised as planning, your tiredness behind that, "I'm fine." And that's exactly why it's also the most powerful place to heal. The mirror technique is not new, but it is one of the most ignored. Not because it's complex, but because it forces you to face what you really feel. Louise Hay, one of the greatest references in self-knowledge and manifestation of the last century, was the one who popularized this technique in more depth. According to her, looking yourself in the eye daily and repeating words of love, truth, and intention is capable of reprogramming the subconscious with more impact than any external visualization. Because when you talk looking in, the body listens differently. And this is not just philosophy. Studies of modern psychology, especially in the field of affective neuroscience, show that conscious, gentle self-observation activates areas of the brain responsible for safety, self-compassion, and a sense of entitlement. In other words, when you look at yourself with acceptance, you teach your body that it can stop protecting itself and finally receive. But let's get back to the scene. You, alone, in front of the mirror. In the first few seconds, your mind tries to get you out of there. That's silly. I don't have time. I don't know what to say. But if you take a deep breath, and it just gets, the body begins to relax, and you realize that you are facing the most forgotten version of yourself, the one you abandoned to please, the one you shut up to fit, the one you ignored for so long, that now you are afraid to even hear yourself. The mirror technique starts with presence, nothing more. You don't need to say anything yet, just see yourself, stay, resist the temptation to flee. Standing in front of one's gaze is an act of courage. That's why so many people can't stand more than 10 seconds, because there you find again what you tried to bury, the pain of childhood that no one saw, the promise you made and didn't keep, the guilt for not having said no when you wanted, the void that no achievement filled, but it is also there. That you can begin to break free from all of this. The mirror technique is not about magical affirmations. It's about rebuilding your relationship with yourself. Word for word, look for look. It's about undoing the lie that you need to change to deserve it. Because ironically, it's when you accept yourself as you are that you begin to transform. And you know what happens when you practice this every day, even for 2 minutes? You begin to realize a simple thing, but revolutionary. That it is not the mirror that changes, it is the reflection, because you change inside. In the next few minutes, you will understand how to start the mirror technique even if you feel embarrassed or resisted, which phrases work best for those who want to unlock finances, relationships, or self-esteem, and how to transform this intimate ritual into a direct channel of manifestation with the universe. But first, a warning. Don't underestimate the power of the mirror. It will show you parts that you tried to forget, but it will also reveal to you parts that you didn't even know still existed. Your strength, its unconditional beauty, your right to receive. And when that happens, The mirror is no longer a glass, and it becomes a portal. You have already understood the power of looking at yourself. Now the time has come to transform this look into transformation. And all you need is a mirror, a few minutes a day, and willingness to feel again. The mirror technique works not because it changes what's outside, but because, over time, it changes the story you tell yourself. And this story changes everything. But before you start, you need to know. Perfection is not required. Presence is required. If today you can only look at yourself for 30 seconds, great. Tomorrow could be a minute. And then 3. The most important thing is that you are whole in that moment. Because the mirror does not respond to the number of words. He responds to the truth that exists in them. Know when to practice. Right when you wake up, before picking up your cell phone, go to the mirror. Look at yourself. Breathe. Start the day by seeing who you are, not who the world wants you to be. Before bed, at night, in front of the bathroom mirror, close the cycle of the day by looking at yourself gently, even though it was a difficult day. Maybe mainly because of that. The ideal? Twice a day. 3 to 5 minutes at a time. But if you can only do one, let it be profound. How to position yourself. Stand or sit, comfortable. Keep your eyes fixed on your own eyes. Take 3 deep breaths before saying anything. Avoid distractions, screens, noises. If you prefer, light a candle. Create a ritual. Make the mirror an altar. What matters is not the surface. It is the sacred act of meeting. What to say? Here's the key. You won't say ready-made sentences as if you were reading an automatic mantra. You're going to speak from within, with feeling. But if you still don't know where to start, here are some paths, adapted to what you need most today. To unlock financial abundance, I deserve to prosper just as I am. Money comes to me lightly because I learned to receive. I'm an open channel for the abundance that already exists. I don't need to prove my worth. I am valuable for existing. It's safe to get paid well for what I love to do. Visualize a golden light flowing from the top of your head to your heart as you say this. Imagine that your reflection is agreeing with you. Or to heal emotional wounds and relationships, I am worthy of light, whole, reciprocal love. I free myself from the pain I have carried for years. She's not mine anymore. I forgive myself for everything I've done trying to survive. Today I choose to let go of the past and make room for something new. The love I seek starts with the way I treat myself now. Touch the center of your chest as you say these phrases. The mirror is not just visual. It reacts to the touch, to the voice, to the energy you deliver. To strengthen self-esteem and identity. I am more than what they did to me. I am enough, now, without changing anything. I have value, even when no one recognizes it. I accept myself, with all parties, even the ones I'm still healing. I look into my eyes, and I see who I really am. Say these phrases looking at yourself as if you were looking at a child you love very much. Because deep down, that's exactly what's happening. Just to reconnect with purpose and trust. I'm exactly where I need to be to grow. The universe guides me even when everything seems silent. Every choice I make in love brings me closer to my mission. Today, I open myself to receive clear signals, and I follow them with courage. I remember, what is mine finds me. When he finished, he smiled, even if timidly, even if you don't believe it yet. The soul recognizes the gesture before the mind accepts it. How to keep the practice alive. It is common after a few days for the discomfort to come. This is not working. I feel ridiculous. I don't see any difference. But understand, this is the subconscious resisting reprogramming. It's the old version trying not to die. And she will fight for space. It is at this moment that the technique begins to act more deeply. Go on, even crying, even doubting, even angry. Because every emotion that comes in front of the mirror, it is a liberation. Let it come. And then, talk to yourself like no one else has ever spoken to. Extra tip to deepen the ritual. Write down, before going to sleep, what you felt most in front of the mirror. Was it sadness, relief, shame, joy? Write without judgment. This diary will become, over time, a map of your transformation. You will realize that the hardest days were the most healing days. What if I can't say anything? Okay. Be silent. Breathe looking at yourself. Place your hand on your chest. Blink slowly. Your body will understand that it is being seen, and sometimes that alone changes everything. Now that you understand the gist, close the door, take a deep breath, and look at yourself. This is your moment. Take your time. Don't expect perfection. Only be here. If possible, repeat each phrase out loud. But if the emotion doesn't allow it, repeat it mentally. Allow each word to echo within your body as a new truth, because that's exactly what they are. Part 1. Self-worth and identity. Look into your own eyes and say, I'm here, and that's enough. I accept myself completely, even with everything I'm still learning. I am worthy of respect, love, and to be seen exactly as I am. My value doesn't depend on what I do, nor of what others see. I am more than the mistakes I made. I'm rebuilding myself, and every step of mine is already a victory. Pause, breathe, blink, return to center. Part 2. Healing and forgiveness. Touch your chest. Take one more breath. I forgive myself for not having protected myself when I should have. I forgive myself for all the times I abandoned myself to be accepted. I choose to let go of the guilt that is no longer mine. I release the voices of the past that still live in me. I make room for the lightness of being who I am now. Today, I give myself the love I expected from others. Long pause. Feel. Don't rush. The body needs time. Part 3. Abundance and worthiness. Look more sweetly now. Imagine that you are facing your future, already accomplished. I'm a magnet for abundance, and she recognizes me. It's safe to receive. It's safe to thrive. It's safe to be successful. I honor the money that comes to me, and I know how to multiply it with purpose. I don't need to fight to deserve it. I deserve it, simply because I exist. Everything I want is already coming my way, and when I align with my worth, the universe responds. Remain silent for a few seconds. Feel the impact of the words. Allow the reflection to absorb. You can come back to this moment whenever you need to. The mirror will be there, waiting, not to judge you, but to remind you of who you really are. And each time you repeat those words with more courage, the less fear will be, the more will be faith, the less doubt there will be, the more it will be the truth. Because manifestation does not begin with desire, it starts with recognition. And when you look into your own eyes and say, I deserve it, the universe has no choice but to agree. Practice every day, in the morning or before bed. Record your own sentences. Write down what you feel. And when you doubt, go back to the mirror. The answer has always been there. You. If this video touched your heart, comment below. I saw myself. And if you feel like someone needs to hear that, share. Subscribe to the channel for more content on manifestation, self-value, and mind reprogramming. Because here, transformation begins within. And the mirror, it's just the first portal.